Well, I mean, to this day, we have not heard whether our budget is been accepted yet. I'm hopeful that we can have this budget approved and move forward.
The Surrey Police Service has put forward a provisional budget for 2024 of $141.5 million, awaiting approval by City Council in the spring. The SPS says this budget will account for 526 officers by the end of the year.
The appointed Police Transition Administrator, Mike Sear, presented the budget on Thursday, saying it fits within the city's finances and makes up for less than half, about 42% of their allocated police funds. Here's how the proposed budget breaks down. About 75% of all the money goes to salaries and benefits, and then $16.7 million to other operating expenses. Another $15.3 million goes to the Policing Transition Project Fund, a capital fund created in 2020 for the transition from the RCMP to the SPS. Over the past year, Mayor Brenda Locke and the Surrey Police Service have been at odds about the real cost of the transition, with the city and SPS frequently taking shots at each other publicly, including accusations of the police service overspending or assertions that the mayor is making false claims about police budgets.
Well, I can tell you that I know the public has heard a lot of different numbers over the last year, certainly, about what the costs are for the city of Surrey in the transition. So for me, as the administrator of the board, it was critically important to get the numbers out, to get the facts out, for the city of Surrey to know, the residents to know that we are asking for 42% of the overall budget.
The SPS submitted the budget to Surrey City Council on November 30th, and Sears says he's concerned any further delay will drag out the transition even more and become more expensive for Surrey residents.
Asking $142 million is a very reasonable number, and I think majority of the council should look at this number, and I think this number should be approved.
But Mayor Locke continues to cast doubts on the SPS plan, saying in a statement Thursday, the budget that Mr. Sear put out on Thursday is the same one brought to the city of Surrey in November of last year. There is nothing new here, and the fact is nothing has changed on our end. The city of Surrey's 2024 budget is being worked on by our finance staff. Until that is done, and only once that is done, we will know what effect the SPS budget will have on the property tax rate. Public Safety Minister Mike Farnworth says the city and the SPS can take up any budget disputes with the Director of Police Services, but he ultimately supports the budget and underlines the transition is required by law.
I think it's time for the City of Surrey to recognize that, to move forward, and this is in the best interests in terms of public safety, but also in the best interests of the taxpayers for the City of Surrey, that there's not a tax increase that's necessary because of the transition.
Last week, the City of Surrey said it's still waiting for the courts to rule on its appeals, questioning the lawfulness of mandating the police transition. In Surrey, Kier Junos, City News.